Hello, my name's Mia,
And I'm Molly.
and we're dating. And now we're going to do our the and questions. We both have our 10 cards. You want to go first or want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. How are you most like your father, and how does that scare you? So, my father's not really in my life. My mom had me at 19, and he chose not to be in my life. But from what I know about him, I would say that my mom says that I have his smile. Like when I smirk, like if I laugh or I do something and I'm trying to cover it up. She says that looks a lot like him. Um, but if we're gonna talk to go deep, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna change this question to be about my grandfather because he kind of took that spot of the father role. I would say the way that I'm most like him, I have his deep love and care for other people. Like he doesn't show his emotions, but he genuinely truly cares about people, and he'll take the shirt off his back and give it to you, no questions asked, if you stay loyal to him. I would say that's something that I'm a lot like him. This question's hard for me to answer deeply because I kind of lack the father part.
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like the most similar thing that I have to my dad is probably like his sense of humor. Like any time I make a joke, he immediately gets it. We're just like we understand each other. Like we just know. Like I'll know what he's thinking, he'll know what I'm thinking usually. Especially when we're around each other for long enough.
What about like personality wise? Good personality trait, bad personality trait. One of each. We'll both do one of each.
I'm trying to think of something I like. Good personality trait. I mean, my dad definitely cares a lot about like family and stuff, and like that's exactly how I am. Like
family first.
Yeah, absolutely. Like he doesn't matter what he's doing, he's always gonna be there for our family and stuff. So
that's really important to him. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
in like what way is family important to you though? Like
making sure that they know that I'm like around and I'm not just like another body in the family.
Like you're not just there for Christmas. Like you genuinely care about them.
Yeah. Like I'll do things for them, or I'll just go and visit them, like stuff like that, instead of just look at it, I made an appearance at this holiday and this holiday. Like I'm a member of this family. Like
that you're not just a person in the room, you're somebody who they can actually call to do something if they need you. They know that you'll pick up.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was your good one. I'll think. Let me think of a good one. I already showed the fact of his deep love and care. My grandpa taught me how to like fish and hunt and things like that growing up, and he would take me to the lake in our community, and we would go fishing, and then he actually took me like a fishing tournament and stuff. And like ever since like growing up that way, like knowing a lot about animals and how to take care of animals, and like just not being afraid to get my hands dirty and do things, like I feel like I definitely take that from him. I've definitely learned a lot of things, and I've had like aspire to learn things. Like I want to learn how to fix cars better. It's like my first ever car was a beater car, and I learned how to fix it because like anything that had to do with coolant went in that car, so I always had to have coolant in the trunk of the car. I still actually have 2 bottles of coolant in my basement from it, but like in that way I feel like I'm most like him because I want to learn. Like I aspire to learn a lot of things. Like he learned how he's like very into hunting and like going to the shooting ranges and stuff, and he learned how to like how like all the like how like weights of gunpowder work and stuff, and he like picks up shells and stuff, like just like things like that. Like I don't do any of those things, but like from seeing him constantly have the desire to learn, because his saying is the day you stop learning is the day you stop living. It's really made me like passionate about making sure that I always have something to have passion for, not just like a person in my life, but a thing to have a passion for. Yeah. Anything else on this question?
I don't think so. I don't think I really have much
Oh, wait,
else.
we're supposed to do a bad one.
Oh.
Mine, I can definitely share mine right off the top of my head. I'm stubborn. Super stubborn, and so is my grandpa. He has lung cancer, and he is so stubborn. He does not talk about it, not one bit. Like, you wouldn't even know. He does not care. He's just like, yeah, I have treatment tomorrow, by the way. oh, by the way, I was in the hospital. Like that type of thing. Like, we don't talk about things like that very easily, and I feel like that's definitely something I take from him. Um, yeah, that's definitely like I'm very stubborn. I don't like to go to the doctor. I don't like to go to the hospital unless I really, really have to. Like, I try to avoid it as much as humanly possible. So I've definitely taken that from him, and it's something I need to work on.
That is definitely a good one for me. I'm, oh my god, like my father, both my grandfathers, most stubborn men on the planet. Oh my god, I get a lot of that from them.
Like, how are you stubborn?
I like the men in my life, like my father and both of my grandpas, like they don't really want help from anybody. They just want to be independent. Like they want help for just like little things to make people feel included. But like unless I absolutely need to, I refuse help from anybody. Like I want to, be as independent as I can. Like, because that's how they are. Like they'll want to do things with other people, but that's if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how like I am. Like I don't listen to what people tell me all the time. That's how they are.
Fair
People
enough.
tell them to go do something or like, oh, this
go
is
get something checked out.
Yeah, like, oh, go do this. And I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe eventually.
Like going to the chiropractor.
Yeah.
I've been telling her for months to go to the chiropractor because so backstory on the reason why I see a chiropractor. My family has a lot of arthritis issues and a lot of joint issues, so I wanted to try to combat that from a young age because I had done cross country and I knew that I was destroying my knees just by doing that alone during cross country and track, and I actually wound up tearing my meniscus and all of the synovial tissue in my right knee. And the only thing that helped, even like I had surgery, 3 different surgeries, but the only thing that helped was seeing a chiropractor. And so that helped with the knee and making sure, and like it helped me get an even posture. It's helped me be more like aware of like my body and how it feels, and when I know that there's pressure, and I know that all my stress holds up here, like all my tension holds up here. And they know that at the chiropractor, so they know that when they do the TENS unit, they need to put it on this spot and like that type of thing. But I've been telling her for months to go, and she won't go because she doesn't want to go.
I'm stubborn.
Okay. Now you pick a card and you ask the question.
Okay.
We spent 7.5 minutes on that question.
Yeah, I did.
Wow. Okay.
What are you doing to become the person you want to be? Oh.
First, I think you should answer that question by telling us who you want to be. Like, what, like, how are you going to take that question? Like, what, is there an area that you're working on? Is there, like, something that you really like about yourself that you want to dig deeper in? Is there something in your future that you want to work towards? Like, what does that, like, let me see the card.
It was, what are you doing to become the person
Like,
you want to be?
Like, what area of you are you working on?
I mean, we were talking about it yesterday about, like, different jobs for me to do. Mm-hmm. So, like, I mean, I'm actively looking for something.
She's showing her phone, and she has Indeed pulled up on her phone, looking at jobs.
Yes, because
she currently works basically full-time at Wegmans and wants to find something a little bit better. Something that pays a little bit more.
Yes. More money, more something. So, like, trying to move myself upward somehow.
You feel like you're outgrowing that position?
Yes.
In what way do you feel like you're outgrowing it?
It feels almost repetitive at this point. And, like, not that I don't mind the repetitiveness, it's just...
You just feel like you could be doing something better because you've learned from that job and you feel like there's nothing else to learn?
Almost, yeah. That's why...
And, like, you feel like if you stayed in the job, maybe you would be, like, stuck?
Yeah.
And, like, maybe you would just be there?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Just, like...
It's like, what made you want to work on that? Like, how did you realize that the person you want to be doesn't include that job? Because you spend 40 hours a week doing a job, that's a lot of hours a week. That's more than you see most people in your life. So, like...
Yeah. But, I mean...
You want to make sure you're happy with what you do. I mean, you can't be happy at work every day, but...
Yeah, but, I mean, the whole thing started was when my manager told me that the hours that I was working were going to be cut down a little bit because I wasn't supposed to be working as many hours as I was.
So how many hours were you working?
I was working 37 and a half hours. Roughly. 37-ish. And then they took me down to 34 and a half.
And is that like a big chunk missing from your pay?
Definitely. It's probably like $50 to $100 every week.
And that makes a difference. It's like a tank of gas.
Exactly. So hearing that is more so just like, oh, only being 21, like, I should probably figure out what I want to do.
Right.
Figure something out.
But when you, like, when you saw that your hours were getting cut and you heard about that, how did that, like, make you feel? Like, did you realize that maybe it's time for you to get a new job? Or, like, what was the thought process?
I mean, I've been thinking about that for a while. Because, I mean, there are other postings within the store, but...
Nothing that really caught your eye?
Yeah. Nothing that I necessarily wanted. And... I mean, not even that, like, trying to, like, do something better for myself has to necessarily mean I leave my department. But there's nothing in my department for me to necessarily grow into. Like, there's no full-time position. There's no, like, manager, essentially, like, spot that I could go into. Because there is nothing being added to my department.
Yeah.
So, I can't really grow in my department if there's nothing for me to grow into. So, that means I have to go elsewhere to...
grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't wait around forever for the company to expand it.
Yeah, exactly.
You have talent. Like, if you've been doing the job and they want you to basically work full-time, and, I mean, you practically run your department, so...
Yeah.
Like, when your managers aren't there, you're the one that's running it. I also work at Wegmans, but I only work part-time and at a different department. But from what I see that she does, I know that she does a lot for the department. Mm-hmm. And when there's not a manager there, that's who everybody else in the department goes to, is her. Mm-hmm. So, she has very good management skills, and I feel that, like from my perspective, you growing as a person, I think that is definitely a good next step.
Yeah.
What about, like, you as a person without the identity of a job? Like, what's something you want to work on? It could be physical, it could be emotional, like...
I feel like more so... Because, like, I know that I like doing, like, hands-on things. Like, that's how I always was, even, like, high school. Like,
what do you mean by that? Like I know you like to build Legos. Like, I know that's, like, a very...
Well, not even necessarily, like, building things, but I would rather be doing something with my hands to, like, create something. Like, I loved my art classes that I had because I was doing something, like, with my hands. I'm a very much hands-on person. I would rather be doing that. So, like, try and figure out if there's something that I can do that would be a more so hands-on thing. Not that my job now isn't hands-on.
But it's a different kind of hands-on than you like.
It's a different kind of hands-on. Not that I don't love what I do. I love what I do. I love the people I work with, but...
People make or break a job.
Oh, yeah. But, just trying to see if there's anything that would benefit me more to, like, grow me as a person.
So what you're doing right now is trying to find a new opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
And, like, when you find a different employment or employer, like, whatever, it could be in the store, it could be outside of the store, like, whatever it is, you feel like that would help you grow into your next phase of life. Yeah. Like, you feel like where you are now, like, you wouldn't be ready to have a family and, like, get your own home and things like that. Like, You're kind of, like, stuck in a position where, like, you're making enough money to, like, if you wanted to live on your own, you could live on your own, but, like, you'd be a little bit tight.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really go on vacation. Like, it's not a happy place.
It's just...
Comfortable. Yeah. Comfortable, but not comfortable enough.
Obviously, with the way the economy's going, it's not getting to be as comfortable anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Now I have to answer the question. Well, so for me, like, I am, like, a huge mental health advocate because I have a lot of... I'm not, like, crazy or anything. I just have a lot of anxiety, depression, and I've struggled with that a lot of my life. And, like, I still do struggle with it. So, like, for me, it's trying to be consciously aware of how my feelings and, like, what's going on in my head is affecting everyone else. Because I could be thinking things and acting a certain way, and, like, I don't want to put that on somebody else just because I have stuff going on up here that's not actually real. So, like, I'm trying to see my therapist tomorrow, but I accidentally ghosted him last week because it was our anniversary and I was getting a gift ready for her, and I forgot that we had an appointment, so I accidentally ghosted him last week. Mm-hmm. But it has been a little bit since I've seen him. So I think what I want to do is, like, set up a weekly day to have an appointment. So that way I'm forced to go every week and I'm forced to talk about my feelings, because going back to the stubborn thing, I suck at talking about my feelings. That's definitely something we talk about a lot, is that I'm very, like, I'm monotone. I'm straight to the point. Just blah. Like, I could be more, I don't know, what's the word?
Enthusiastic?
Yeah. That, or I could have some pizzazz.
Sure, if that's what you want to call it, too.
Yeah, I guess that works.
Yeah.
But, like, another thing is that, like, I'm in school. So, like, I don't go full-time here to Northampton. I actually go to Marywood. In Scranton, I go to Marywood. And I'm in my senior year. I'll be graduating as an elementary and special education major. And I am trying to get more hours at work so I could save up for the praxis, because that would help me get, like, further into my career and, like, actually be able to get a job. So that's definitely helping me become the person I want to be. But I also want to work on who I am as a person and my values for my classroom, because, like, if I don't have that figured out before I go full-time into a classroom, I'm not going to be able to create a safe classroom bubble, like a safe classroom environment. So, like, I want to make sure that, like, when I put, like, this is going to sound so cheesy and so much like Wegmans, but when I have my values, it's not a who we are board. We're not going to do a who we are board. But when I have my values, like, in the classroom, like, we are respectful, we are this, we are that, I want to make sure that I embody those, because I'm the example. So, like, I want to make sure that I work on myself to embody those as much as I can before I try to make others learn how to do that.
That's fair.
I think that's about all I've got for that question.
Then it's your turn for your next question.
What's the scariest thing someone could tell you? When I think of scary, I automatically think of death. I don't know who I think of dying, but I automatically think of something or someone dying, because death is scary. And, like, yes, I am a Christian, but I don't know if I actually believe in the afterlife. I'm not, like, quite sure what I actually believe in. Like, I don't know what comes afterwards, and that scares me. I'm trying to think, like, what else I could say for this. This question's hard. Because, like, I don't really get scared.
My first thought when you read that was just, like, somebody telling me that, like, the world is ending.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an apocalypse of some sort. I don't know why that was the first thing that
You wouldn't want to be a zombie in a zombie apocalypse?
No, I don't want to be a zombie in a zombie apocalypse.
But, like, you wouldn't, your brain would be dead, so, like, you would never even know that you died, and you'd still be alive.
Yeah, but then people are trying to kill you.
I don't know.
What if you're scared if you don't like death?
See, but then in that scenario, I know what comes after death.
What comes after death in that scenario?
Zombie. You become a zombie. You die.
Okay, but
then you become an infected zombie. Then you infect everybody else, and then happily ever after, everybody's infected, and you're just all over the streets. But not necessarily a happily ever after. Definitely not.
Well, I don't think that would be considered a happily ever after. But then, like, what happens if somebody kills a zombie? Can a zombie be killed?
That's true, yeah. In video games, yeah, they can be killed, actually, but they're killed by a human.
Exactly.
So if there's no humans...
But what if not everybody gets infected?
But what if I infect everybody?
Who says you're going to do all the infecting?
What if I just turn into Peter Parker and I start shooting my webs everywhere as a zombie?
I don't think that would work out like that, but...
But, like, it's a scenario. In that scenario, I just don't... I can picture something happening after death, and that's a little bit more comforting. Still scary, but it's more comforting than just the idea of just death. Because when I think of death, I think of the wasted GTA screen. And then, like, you just keep going. Like, I just don't understand what happens after death, and that scares me. Because, like, I love my life, and I love the people in my life. So, like, I don't want to lose them and then not know what comes afterwards. Like I'm living... And, like, do I think outside of, like when I die, like, am I still going to be able to do anything? Like, I just don't understand what comes afterwards.
Like The Good Place.
That would be cool if it could be, the Good Place. That would be really cool if it could be, like, The Good Place. But in my opinion, the scariest thing someone could tell me would be something about death. Because I don't understand what comes after it.
That's understandable, though.
What about you? I know you said the apocalypse thing, but...
I feel like other than that, like, the worst thing that somebody could tell me would be that, like, everybody that I know, or just, like, in general, like, everybody in my life that I care about is just gone. Whether, I don't know.
Like dead?
I don't know to what circumstance it would be, but just that they're gone and that I'm alone.
Like you can't speak to them, can't talk to them, can't see them.
Like I don't know where they are. Either they're dead, they're missing, they fled the country or something. I don't know what happened to them. But, like...
Sorry, I just can't picture your family fleeing the country. Your mother doesn't even like to leave the house.
Fair enough. I don't really know.
But I get that. Like, I mean, that is scary.
Yeah.
Like, not having any family. Because, like, you have a big family. Like, I have a really small family. It's just my mom and my 2 grandparents. And my grandparents live an hour away, so it's literally just me and my mom. But she has a bigger family. She has a sister. Her parents are divorced, so she has 2 different houses. She has a brother, an older brother. And both has grandparents, aunts, uncles. I have none of that.
I don't have both full sets of grandparents.
Well, you had. Like,
I had.
But you had.
I have 2 grandmas and a grandpa.
You know what I mean. I didn't have the other set. Ever.
I know, I'm just saying a fact that, like, you're saying that I have both sets.
True.
That's besides the point we're getting so off topic.
Very true. I'm very sorry that you have to listen to us going off topic. This is just
literally how we are.
This is just how we are. But I understand why that would be scary to you, because your family's very, very close to you and they adore you. They love you. Yeah. Like, when something needs to be done, that's her family's gonna call her. She's the go-to person for everything. It could be stressful at times, but she's the go-to person because they love her and they care about her so much. So that makes sense.
Sure, that's what we want to call it.
That's a valid answer.
Care about me.
What'd you just say?
I said, yeah, they love and care about me, and that's why they call me.
What, you think they just call you to bug you?
Yeah.
They don't want to just bug you.
Yeah, they do.
Uh-huh.
They do. Okay.
Now it's your turn to ask a question. We'll read a question, answer, and then I answer the question. We only got through 2 cards each. That's crazy.
This one I'll probably take. I don't know. What's a personality trait you wish you had more of and why?
We should each do 2 of these at least.
I feel like I'm trying to think of like good ones. I feel like I always get told about like how I'm such a kind person, so I feel like if I had just more of that.
When you say kind, describe that to me.
I don't know. I just get told that I'm a very kind person. That's what like everybody in my family like tells me.
Okay, well, kind, like when you think of kind, what's the image that pops into your head?
Just treating people with respect.
So you wish you wish that you could have respect towards everyone.
Yeah.
What else goes with respect? Like, go deeper into respect. Like, with respect to, like, patience, like, that type of thing, like...
I guess so. I don't know.
Did I confuse you? Did I confuzzle you?
Yes.
I confuzzled her.
You went teacher on me.
I'm sorry. I've been doing that this whole video.
I know.
Scaffolding. I love to scaffold. Even when... I don't even try to. I just constantly do it. In conversations. Because, like, I don't like to talk about myself, so I will let other people talk about themselves, and I'll listen. But I can agree with that. Like, a lot of people tell me that I'm a really good listener. I always get told that I'm very dependable too. Like, I'll show up. Like, I will show up. Like, if you ask me to do something, I'm not gonna not show up. As much as I might not want to, I'll still show up. But I would say that I wish I had more patience, because I'm very short-tempered. And I don't really believe in second chances. Because I've dated a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I've dated a handful of people, and I've just lost the patience that I had in the beginning of it all. Like, I don't see things the same way. I see the bad before I see the good, and I used to see the good before the bad, and I wish I could go back to that. Whatever you want to call that as a personality trait, or, yeah, personality trait. That's what I wish I had more of, because I want to see the good in people before I see the bad in people. Like, I understand that I need to see red flags in people, but I want to see the good in people, too.
Right.
Because even, like, if it's a stranger, I want to be able to see good in them when I check them out at work. Like, I don't want to just automatically assume they're going to be mean. That type of thing.
That's understandable.
Anything else to add on that one?
I don't know. I really don't have much for this one. I feel like it's hard to describe, like, your own personality traits, because I feel like other people see your personality traits better than you do.
That's very true.
Because, like, they're seeing you from an outside perspective, so...
Right.
Like, they're able to...
You hear yourself and see yourself all the time. They don't.
Exactly. So they can pick up on it.
Exactly.
Depending on what time, like, when they see you.
I'm going to try to think of one more to try to go deeper on this question.
You can always just pick another card.
That is true. I'm trying to think what else I wish I had more of. I don't know. That's a hard one because... Yeah. I don't know. That's a really hard one. My turn to pick a card?
Yeah.
Okay. That question was a hard one. What is the best What is the best way you process and learn information?
I'm a visual learner.
Every time I hear questions like this, I think about Howard Gardner's theory. Do you know about that?
No.
Did I ever tell you about that?
No.
So one of the things they teach a lot when you go to school to be a teacher is Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. Remember I told you that I really liked Howard Gardner, the school?
Yeah, I know that.
He's the theorist that came up with the theory for that school. So there are 9 multiple intelligences. I cannot list them off the top of my head. But there are 9. There were 8, but now there are 9. And they're all different ways that people learn. So, like, hands-on. So, it would be kinesthetic would be body movement, aka hands-on. Visual, auditory, like, things like that. Spatial. I don't think I can name anymore. But every time I think of a question like this, I think of this theory because the Howard Gardner School, they try to cater to all of them with everything they do instead of just catering to the tests, like the state tests and stuff like that. And I really believe in the theory. Like, I really believe that every person learns differently. And you may not fit into just one of those 9 categories, but you might have a category for each subject or, like, things like that. Like, I just think that stuff like that is really helpful.
Yeah.
And you said yours was?
I'm definitely more of, like, because the way that I grew up learning different ways that people learn, like, being a visual, like, I have to see something. Like...
So, like, if I'm telling you about this theory, if I showed you a picture, would that help you?
Yes.
So if I showed you a picture of the chart of all the different ones, that would help you?
Yes.
You would understand it better?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not an auditory, like, that would be like you just telling me, right?
Yes, auditory would be just me telling you something and then you learn it.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Okay. Because
I'll hear it and I'll understand it, but I won't fully grasp onto the
until you see it.
Until I see it.
So is this like, I'm really into cars and she knows nothing about cars? Like, literally nothing, like diddly squat. Like, when we go on the highway and I point out a car, she doesn't know even the brand of it, usually. And so I've been trying to teach her all the different brands. So, like, if I were to put on the TV one of those logo quizzes, if you saw the logo, would you know what it is, probably?
Yes.
But if I asked you if that car in front of us is a Toyota and you can't see the logo, you would know.
Probably not. There's some things like that I'd be able to point out. I feel like if we were doing that,
but you would say that seeing things is the best way to learn.
Yes, absolutely.
Not hands-on.
I mean, I like doing hands-on stuff, but like I feel like hands-on and like that's like the same idea.
They can go hand in hand because you can have multiple. You can have multiple ways that you learn.
Because like if you're doing something hands-on, it's like it's a visual.
You see it and you touch it.
You can't just talk about something but be doing it hands-on.
Right.
Like, you can't... Like, do you understand what I mean?
Yes,
like,
I do.
Like, yeah. It's like you...
So, hands-on and visual.
Hands-on and visual, yeah.
Hands-on and visual. Has it always been that way?
Yes.
Like, even since you were, like, a tiny little kid?
Probably, I don't know.
Like, as far as you know?
As far as I can remember, yes.
Do you ever remember that changing? Like, when you went to high school, how hard was it for you? Not being able to see things as much. Like, just kind of being given, like a math problem and a formula, but not actually seeing how it works.
That I was always good at math because my math teachers would always like show us exactly what we needed to do to actually do the problem, and then bless you.
Excuse me.
They would always like show us how we needed to do the problem, and then give us problems to practice with. So it was very much like I knew exactly what I needed to do because I saw it, and then it's just repetition.
So if we were doing the area of a circle,
yeah,
and I just gave you the formula and I gave you all the numbers, would you be able to do it?
Probably.
Without the circle?
Probably.
But would the circle help? Being able to see it?
I mean, a circle's a circle, so like not necessarily. Like for something like that, like
I don't know. I'm not very mathematically inclined.
Like a circle is a circle. Like it's not like
a sphere is a sphere.
Well, a sphere would be 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
A circle is 2-dimensional.
Yeah.
I'm going right over your head right now because you do not understand anything that I'm talking about. But it'd be different if you were even like a rectangle. Rectangles can be different sizes. So you don't know exactly what you're talking about when you're doing it.
So if I were to ask you to find...
If you were to ask me... I mean, not even necessarily, though, because if you're doing something that's 2-dimensional, you don't necessarily need to see it.
That's true.
You just need the dimensions. If you ask me to find the area of a square or a rectangle, all I need to do is
multiply
length times
them.
Width.
Yeah.
So I just needed the two numbers. If it's a square, it's going to be the same number. If it's a rectangle, you should have two different numbers. So it's not necessarily like stuff like that I need visually, but
like in school,
right?
What did you need to see? Like, what was there ever anything that was hard for you in school because you couldn't actually see it? Like what about like English? Like a book?
I did not like English.
Like reading a book?
Because I don't like reading. And not that I don't.
But you see it.
Not that I don't like reading. It's just not something that like necessarily appeals to me because. It's like I would rather. It's easier for me to sit there and watch it's easier for me to sit there and watch the movie of something of the book play out because then I can visualize it.
What the characters look like and stuff.
Yes.
So if you were to watch, because
I'm not good at like just reading the book
and imagining what the character could look like. Okay, okay.
Like even, oh my god, what is that movie?
Describe the movie. I'll help you.
Oh my god, it's the guy that. Oh my god, the one with the flower shop. She opens a flower shop when she moves to the new town, and the guy that she had us. Yes. That I could not read the book,
but loved the movie.
But I loved the movie. I could watch that.
The book is so much better than the movie.
I could watch that movie 1,000,000 times over.
But now that you've seen the characters, if you read the book and pictured those characters, would that make it easier for you?
It probably would. I would just.
So you would need to see the movie first before you read the book.
Probably, yes. That's,
okay.
That's yeah.
That's definitely something I didn't know about you. Like I knew that you didn't like to read, but I didn't know that like. That was why.
Because I'll get like bored of it, and I'll be like, well, I don't really understand what's happening here.
Yeah.
But like when you're watching a movie, like even like the way I picture it, like when you're watching a movie, like there's always like cues to stuff of like what's going to happen next. Whether it's like even just the music saying that something like anticipating that something
like in
good
Jaws,
is going to happen.
if you were to take the music out of Jaws, you wouldn't know the shark's coming.
Exactly. So it's like the visual of it,
and it cues you back in to pay attention again if you lose attention.
Yes.
Okay, I get that.
That makes sense.
Yes, that makes sense. Okay, now we gotta talk about my learning style. I like to read, but I can also get bored of it too. Like, it has to be something that I am genuinely interested in for me to be able to read it. If it's just like a book for like my history class or something, like it's gonna take a lot more effort for me to read it, and then I will not understand it. So like a lot of the times when I have readings for a class, I have to read it. Like I'll read it, but then I have to look up videos on it for me to understand it. So like I'm kind of on that same part as you if it's something that I'm not interested in. But if it is like a romance novel or like even like certain things in history, like, I'll read about, but it has to be something that intrigues my interest and makes me want to read it. Like, I have to be enticed to read it to like doing it. So I definitely like watching things and I like seeing things. So I'm definitely on the same page as you with that. But I also really like to talk about things and teach other people things.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I teach somebody something, I learn from my teaching. And I feel like that's what makes me like such a good teacher, like in that aspect. Because I've worked with kindergarten and I've worked with 7th and 8th grade. There's literally this much of a spectrum of what I've worked with. So like I have had to definitely change my personality for both. Because with kindergarten, you have to be bubbly and fun, and you have to be willing to go to gym class and do hula hooping or do basketball or whatever it is that they want you to do. Or hopscotch and almost break your ankle. That's happened. But the point is you have to be really, really fun, and you have to have high energy. And when you're with the older kids, maybe not as much. They just want you to banter with them. They want you to be you, and they want you to teach them, and they want to learn it so that way they can keep going because they think it's boring. They want to keep going. But if you make it fun for them, they like it more. So I feel like when I teach something, I learn from it. And I feel like I taught a lesson on idioms to the 7th grade class, like just reiterating them because they didn't really seem to understand it. And like teaching that lesson, I didn't really understand how to tell them what an idiom was because like I knew what it was, but like I couldn't think of any examples off the top of my head. But then after I taught it, like I noticed that like I found myself using it more and I found myself knowing the term better. So like talking about something makes the gears in my brain go faster.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know what exactly that intelligence would be, but whatever that is what I'd like to learn. That's how I like to learn.
Fair enough.
That was my card, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's your turn. We can do one more. We'll do one more. We have to end on an even number. We only did 3.
We did 5 things overall. When you think of your family, what is the image that comes to mind?
Ooh. I don't know. You can answer that first.
I don't even know.
Do one for each side of your family because they're both different.
They're very different.
It's not like your family's like intertwined, so they're both different.
I don't know.
I would say when I think of my mom, I think of something funny. So my mom's only 19 years older than me, so like we are like the best of friends, and she gets along with everyone. But we did have our fair share of issues trying to get along and establish boundaries because like mother and daughter can be best friends, but there has to be a boundary because there's some things you just don't tell your parents. You just don't tell your parents some things, and you don't want to hear certain things from your parents. That kind of deal. But I feel like the image I see when I see my mom, I see her sitting down and like talking to her friends, and I see everybody laughing because she's in the room. I see the lights in the room turning on because she makes everybody laugh. Like I see her bringing everyone together. Ooh, no, I have something better. Glue. My mom's the glue to the family. She keeps everybody together. There we go. That's a good one. So I only have 3 people. I'll do one for each, and then she'll just do one for each side of her family. But for my grandpa, I see a jet because he was in the Air Force for a very long time, and he loved what he did, and he still talks about it all the time. And I just see him as a strong fighter, and that's why I see a plane. And then for my grandma's from the Philippines, so different image, different personality. Her and I did not always get along, and I still don't really know what our relationship is like. But I don't know. My image for her, I would say it's something darker in color because of the unsure clarity of our relationship. Like I know that she can be a very nice person and she can really care about people. So there is, like, I feel like for hers, it's like a moon with a shadow. Because at night, you see the best of her. But then during the day, it's just like a shadow. It's darker. So, like, depending on how the day goes, or, like, what you're talking about with her, or what point in my life that I'm in, you get one side or the other. And not that one side is worse than the other. Like, there are darker sides to her and there are lighter sides to her, but there's dark and light sides to everyone. I just see her as, like, the person, like if I get another tattoo, my grandparents do not like tattoos. If I get another tattoo, I know that I'm getting the dark side of the moon. When I graduate college, I'm getting the light side of the moon. That's kind of what I'm going at. Now it's your turn.
Oh, gosh. I don't even know. My family is so all over the place and everybody is so different.
You could do one for your mom and one for your dad.
Like, I feel like when I picture my mom, I just picture, like... I don't even know. Like, this is not my... Like, it's like the same thing as, like, reading.
You can't visualize a picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't.
Let me adapt the question for you then, because we are allowed to adapt the questions. So let's say we're gonna do one for your mom. So when you think of your mom, what do you think of? Like, when you think about your mom, and somebody asks you what your mom's like, what are you gonna tell them?
I mean, she's a teacher, so, like, that's always, like, the first thing I'll talk about. She'll be like, she's a teacher, you know. Like, and just how she is with that. Like, she's got a lot of patience because she works with third graders. So it's like, that's what, she's just a very patient person. Even when it comes to her own kids. Very much patient with all of us.
Okay, so when you think of patience, what's, like, do you think of a color with patience? Like, can you associate a color with patience? Is it something bright? Is it something dark?
Probably bright. I don't think I could pinpoint a color, but I would associate.
You would say it's something bright. Okay, so she's bright. What about? Well, let's see. Let's go more into that. What else about her? What else would you tell people about your mom? Besides the fact that she's a teacher and has a lot of patience.
No kidding. My mom is probably, like, because you described your mom as, like, the glue to your family. That's probably that's basically how my mom is for that side of the family. Mm-hmm. Like, between her siblings and then her mom, like, no matter who's in a fight, she's the one that, like, keeps everybody grounded.
When you say grounded, what do you mean by that?
Like, she keeps them all from, like, losing their minds and doing or saying things they shouldn't be saying or doing. Like, when my aunt and uncle were fighting. Like,
her uncle lives in California?
Yeah.
And they're on different sides of the political spectrum?
Yes.
And they were fighting about that, just for a little backstory.
Yes. Because my aunt and my grandma are on the same side, and then my uncle...
and his wife.
Are on the other side, but he's more so on the other side because of his wife. Just because, like, that's how, like, she was raised, so, and where she was raised.
Yeah.
So, but it ended up, like, making them all mad at each other. Mm-hmm. And then my mom was right in the middle of it, but she was also, like, as much as she tried to stay out of it, she was more so, like, trying to make sure everybody was, like, calm.
Even though she didn't want to have give her opinion on who was right and who was wrong, because there are no right and wrongs. That's an opinion-based topic.
Right, exactly. She didn't want to tell anybody, oh, well, you're right, oh, well, you're wrong.
And then kind of get more into it.
Exactly. She stayed in the middle. She didn't give her own personal opinions. And she just tried to fix everything. So that's just
if you had to describe that, like, what she does, in like a couple of words, how would you describe it?
I don't know.
You definitely described patience. You definitely described a glue holder. But I don't want you to use the same image as me.
I don't like this question at all. Because I can't, like... Because that's exactly what I'm not good at, is trying to
visualize things.
Yes.
And I did it like that.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I've learned about you, and this part will definitely be in my reflection, because I definitely did not know that you were someone who struggled to visualize things. I didn't know that. You never really shared that with me. So we're going to close this out now. Probably ask a couple more questions off camera, but I'm getting a little tired, so yeah.